Good evening. This is David Lynn, and this is Coffee Talk Live, number 278, Saturday. Joseph Moore, welcome. How are you doing, Joseph? Michaela Missick. How are you doing, Michaela? Welcome and thank you both for being here. Doing great. Took my father out on the boat fishing. Well, God bless you for doing that. I'm sure your father enjoyed the time with you. I'm glad you're doing good too. Every day that I wake up is a blessing. I thank the morning for the day. Being 62 and born in 62, I'm sort of relatively close to the last batch of the baby boomer. Melinda Elliott, welcome, Melinda. How you doing? Yoda, my friend Dave. You had a really good live stream today, Dave, and I spent quite a bit of time on it. I was driving. I did some driving, and I don't like to use the phone and texting when I'm driving, so I didn't really make comments when I was driving. But when I got to the position where I could stop to comment, hey, Devil Dog, I apologize I haven't called you. I did a screenshot of the number you sent me. I hadn't used it. I apologize. I hope you're still doing well in your recovery. A lot of people prayed for you that everything would go fine, and I'm glad it has. Hello, Bud Fox. Well, I got my king size mattress in today. They brought it in. It was very heavy. They brought it in a box, two guys, and that box was heavy, but it wasn't that big a box. And then when they pulled that thing out and they unwrapped it, the thing sprung in and just 14 inches king size, 14 inches thick. And I may post a picture tomorrow on my community wall of it. And I gave them each a 20 for their trouble. They took the old one out, stuck it on the front porch, and got to get rid of that. And then they hauled out all the trash. Well, I mean, the thing was like doubled over and rolled up the way you would it was in a box, and then it had a lot of wrap around it, and when they unwrapped it, that thing just started It's like they were blowing it up with something other, but it's solid. A little lung prepper. It has been raining. All I've been getting lately is rain. It has been raining. I tell you. It really rained hard today. My ditches look like rivers. Mimi's Place. Welcome, Mimi. So, I'm real old school, and my mouse was one of these where it's attached to your USB or your little port, and it's got a wire. So I got a wireless one, and basically you plug this little doodad into the side of your computer. If you got enough, and turn the switch, turn this on, and you're wireless mouse. $5.51 delivered. Amazon just got it in. It's got an instruction manual, and I actually ordered it yesterday. I guess it came in from Houston. $5.51. Which is a good deal. I had different ones they had different ones. Some of them were around $10, and I saw, oh, they got a cheap one. And it's a RF 2.4 gigahertz wireless opticals model RM100 Plus. Came in a little box that I just opened up. Five in the house, 8 likes. Well, I can go over some statistics real fast. So I'm sitting at 653 subscribers. I'm on the road to 1,700 now. On the backside of where I'm going, and just done lost the doodad. One of the grands lost their mamas. She was mad. Doodad. Okay. Oh, and by the way, this takes 2 AAA batteries. So I just went into my battery buddy. I got a battery caddy, and I pulled out 2 AAA batteries for it. Thank you, Uncle Al. Now, somebody said they determined what happened, that I was having problems giving people standard moderator, and I had done a test yesterday, and I took Uncle Al's away and tried to give it back to him. I'm trying to give Uncle Al back the standard moderator, and the damn thing won't go back onto him. So what did I do to screw up now? Prayers for your 10-year-old grandson. bless him. Alan Williamson, welcome. $10 in the house, 9 likes. Please do like to support the channel if you have not done so. It will be greatly appreciated. The bag that the stuff came in. AP Heathen, my friend, welcome. I'm going to have to get somebody to look at this thing and figure out what I did to screw up, because now I'm not able to give standard moderator. It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. I guess I could start playing with it. Hello, Joshua Humphrey. Hello, Arden Girl. It's a sad state of affairs. I really do need an IT guy. You know, when I was a principal and when I was a director, I had an IT guy. I mean, when an administrator needs IT, IT shows up in a hurry. If a teacher needs IT, might be a couple of days, but they'll show up. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. So, my last live had 90 views. I go from from very few to a couple of hundred. Just I don't know what it is. Sometimes I have a couple of hundred views. I've released 2 shorts today. Both of them have over 100 views. I may release another one tonight, or I may sit in the morning. I got a couple ready to go. My latest video, per se, which is the Bouge RV. Hello, Mike Crusher Reviews. Welcome. The Bouge RV CR45, the refrigerator one. That one has 51 views. You know, it's funny. You get more views with shorts than you do with videos. To tell you the truth, well, I'm glad you're out camping. Enjoy yourself, Mike. And put out another. You need to do a couple of reviews. You're out camping and put them up. We want to see them. So. It's funny because I do community wall posts, and I'll post stuff that I want y'all to see. And sometimes like I'll post something just cute, like you know, just, you know, something cutesy. But then I will post images of stuff that I recommend, that I buy, that I use, that are good preps, that I get on sale. You get a good sale. And those sometimes don't get that many views, you know. And the touchy-feely stuff gets 400 or 500 views. Isabar, welcome Isabar. I don't know. I really don't know. But a lot of times, seems like that's what people want. Is they want the touchy-feely. And somebody was telling me, well, you need to change the purpose of your channel to basically be coffee to food reviews or something other. And becoming dangerous. Hello, Wayne. You know, I do these shorts because I'm told it'll grow the channel, or you'll get your views or whatever, because that's, you know, you get your watch time with live streams. I'll do an hour live stream and I'll get usually at least 10 hours of watch from it, and then maybe 2 or 3 people will run it after the fact, and I'll up an extra 2 or 3 hours. I mean, sometimes I get 20 hours out of a live stream, especially if I an hour and a half, double, you know, I mean, I really rack up the time. You get people who do 2, 3 hour, 4 hour live streams, and I'm sure they're getting 25, 30 watch hours from that one stream, maybe more. Mr. Whistle, hello, Mr. Whistle. Welcome. But I don't know. So I thought I had posted it on my wall, but I did an image of my closet over here and how stacked it is with stuff. And I literally have pallets. Well, not pallets. I have cases of rations, different companies, different brands of rations, different size boxes, that I got them stacked 5 high over there, you know. So I really need to, said I was going to do a video, open one up, show what's all in it, you know, and then do a breakdown of what all that stuff costs. You know, like if you bought it individually. I was, I had a, my daughter and I went to Starbucks, and I had a tea, and she had a, one of those iced coffee drinks that she likes to have. And when we came back, I opened some MRE crackers, and I had some almond butter and honey, and we ate, she ate a cracker and I ate a cracker. You get 2 crackers in a package of crackers. And they're shelf stable and they'll be good for 20 years. Okay, so I gave her some almond butter, because everybody's familiar with peanut butter, but almond butter, newer product. I gave her some almond butter with the honey on it. A lot of times, you know, you get MREs or rations, and they'll come with peanut butter. Some of them are starting to put almond butter in them, and then they'll usually come with either a strawberry or an apple or grape jelly. Those are the 3 flavors that go in the United States rations. Usually, it's either an apple, a strawberry. A lot of times, it's strawberry or grape. A lot of the European ones, they put a blackberry in it. And I mean, the blackberry jam is really good. Get it in the store. A video of 24 hours. They have done those kind of things where they do like an elapsed time where it shows they'll cover a little segment and then they'll jump so many hours and it comes to the next one. Uh, a lot of people, I think, in a serious, real SHTF will either freak out and start shooting everybody, or a lot of them will basically sort of go within themselves and sort of like have like a little nervous breakdown and just basically go semi-comatose. You know, a lot of people they'll just wait for the end of the world. They'll just sit there and wait to die. Yeah, I love blackberry. Now, I'll tell you something else that my mother used to make that I loved. She fig preserves. Oh, you're talking good fig preserves. My mother used to, she'd can them. We had fig trees. She, oh, fig preserves. I mean, I think you can probably get them in a specialty store. You might be able to order them. I need to look online in Amazon to see if I can order some fig preserves. But oh man, they're good. Fig preserves. I was watching, I've been watching videos of people, their gardens, their orchards. They got lots of fruits. I've been, and everybody, except for Uncle Al, who's out in the desert, everybody's getting rain. Uh, hey, James Ortiz. Hello, James Ortiz. Welcome, my friend. I'm gonna have to play with that thing and figure out what in the hell did I do that I messed it up. I don't know. 3 in the house. So I am going to try to motivate myself to do that box for the Black Widow. I need to get her stuff together and get it out in the mail Monday. And she should get it towards the end of the week. And the video is just going to be released as a video. I'm not going to put the time into it to put all the different little segments, everything, and do it as a premiere. It's just going to be, it's going to be what it is, but it's going to show what goes into the box and such. And I'll get it out in the mail to her. Yeah, I mean, it's been raining. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, and then it should be dry for a few days. My yard is, I got to do some serious mowing. And, going to go to the range shoot, huh? Oh, I'm jealous. I haven't been to a range in a long time. Been a long time since I've been to a range. So, as I was saying about the rations, there are 3 companies that produce rations for the military, and they also do the humanitarian daily rations that they give out. And that the main one you hear about is Sapaco. And then there's Warnock and Ameriqual. And those are the three companies that make the military rations for the United States. And right now, when you start talking about rations that they make, just to give you a broad rundown on some of the stuff that they do, they produce 24 different menus that go into case A and the case B. Case A has menus 1 through 12, 12 different menus. Case B has menus 13 through 24, and you know that's basically what they do. Now they have specialty cases, like they have a case for cold weather, and in the cold weather case, the mains are freeze dried, where you have to basically use hot water to reconstitute them. Those will cost you more, and they're just in the food items that they put in them and what they put. They'll usually have like a hot chocolate in it, and they'll have items that are designed for cold weather. Then they've got some cases that are religious, for religious specialties, like Muslims who are not allowed to eat pork. Same thing with Jews. Certain things they've got dietary religious requirements. So for the Muslims, they make a case called halal, or they make an MRE called it's halal, which is basically it meets those standards. And then for the Jews, it's kosher. So you can get kosher rations, and they provide kosher rations for the soldiers that have those, you know. And then they have they have mores, which are, it's not even a ration, it's a of components that are like extras to give you extra calories, give you extra things during, if you're in a situation you're burning a lot of calories, you're sweating a lot, you're drinking water, you're sweating off your calories. So it's like to give you extra snacks, extra calories. And that's sort of a rundown on the what the U.S. puts out for their troops, and those are for troops out in the field when there's not a field kitchen available. Like when you just go in, they go into a combat zone, and they're in an area where they may not be in complete control of it, and they have not set up they get dropped in, or they land, and it may be a few days before they can get their act together as far as all the support. So in the meantime, they give them 3 the MREs a day, and each MRE has about 1,300 calories. Hello, Holly Ivans. Welcome. I need to do some more stuff on that for you guys, and I think I may start in my boxes that I'm sending out. I may send out some rations in the boxes. I've done that before, where I would send somebody maybe 3. I'd send them like 3 rations in a box with some other stuff. But thanks for coming back, Michaela. Anne Marie. Hello, Anne Marie. So I have picked up a few subscribers today, which is a blessing. I did shout outs and recommendation on my community wall to 30 some odd channels. Most of you in here right now were among those that I shouted out. And I ordered I ordered a set of these, and I ordered a set of these, so I can start sending them out. The widow will get this in her box. The Black Widow, she'll get a rain poncho, and she'll get an emergency blanket. These are small, and they don't have a lot of room, and you can put them in your bag or put them in your purse, your carry pack, whatever. I ordered a replacement umbrella. Daughter borrowed, and I didn't get it back. I let my daughter go with the umbrella. I didn't get it back, so I need to replace that umbrella. And but I'm just not really thinking about script. I'm just ad-lib talking. I will tell you that if you use if you like to use artificial sweetener, the stevia is the best thing you can sort of get. It's like a Splenda, or stevia is like a Splenda, and it comes in a little green pack, 0 calories. It's better than the pink stuff. It's better than the yellow stuff. You know, it's low, and it's better than that. Won't give you cancer. You can put together a lot of your own you can put together a lot of your own stuff. Like, you can make you can put together your coffee stick, your whitener, your sugar or your artificial sweetener. You can put in a wet wipe, a pack of matches. You can do all sorts of stuff. You know, put in a little Ziploc baggie, and you can put together your own rations. What do you want? Congrats, Black Widow. What did you do this time, Black Widow, that you're getting congratulated? Oh, then I'm finally going to get off my butt and put your box together. Yeah, that's a hooray! Oh Lord. I drove across town, which probably it was probably about an 8-9 mile trip. And it wasn't all the way across town, but it was like from my neighborhood over a restaurant that's way down Navarro, where downtown is. And I went to this restaurant, and it was like noon, and Dave was on a live stream. And I'd started it and commenting on it at the house, and then I took it out and running it while I was driving. When I got over there, I made a couple of comments, and then, waited, got the food, and then, on the way back, I had the thing playing. Then I got home, I made a couple of comments, and I said, I don't like to tech, or, I don't like to do stuff when I'm driving. But I said I was listening to it most of the time. I had it on, I was listening to it. So I ran most of that live stream. And he really has a good personality. He puts out really good content. He knows all about cards, collectibles. He's talking about comic books. And he was also he had also talked about this scam where you get these vendors that will go into a set of cards and pull out the expensive ones and then reseal the set. And I said, really? It's absolutely horrible. Anton Miles. How's it going, Anton? Welcome. But something else I found out I can do I can order something from Amazon and have them deliver it to a different address. So like I'm ordering a gift, so it saves me on postage. So I've got free delivery with Prime. So I may start doing that a little bit, playing Santa. I made just a few pictures of me in the Santa costume because I've done Santa before for the kids at school back when I was a principal before I retired. Well, MREs have evolved, and Wayne can tell that because he was in the military. And thank you for your service, Uncle Al. Thank you for your service. Anybody in here that served in the military, thank you for your service. But back days, I can remember back in the 60s, little boy, going out hunting with my dad. And we'd be out there, and he would have Vienna sausages and crackers, and he'd be talking about what they used to put in those old canned rations. Vienna sausages, potted meat, crackers. Back when I was a boy, if you had a can of soda, that can was like a metal can. It wasn't one of those you're going to crunch, It was, heavy duty can of soda. If you see how things have evolved. And then they got to the point where they were doing the brown bags, and the brown bags were a step up from the rations and everything that they had. And then they've just been evolving. They've been evolving what they have and what they put in them. I will say that you start talking about rations and such. The Canadian rations, in my opinion, are a little bit better than the American rations. The components are a little bit better. Like they'll put 2 drink packs in. And it's things that they do. They put nice quality candy bars in those. And you think, well, how is it that the Canadian rations, are better than the American rations? Well, if you look at the size of the Canadian military, how many people are in the Canadian military? And they do their field rations, and they come in these little cardboard, packs with the paper on them. It looks like a, something you'd get from your mom to take to school, And the thing is, they don't make near as many of them because they don't have near as many soldiers, and they can afford to do a little bit better with the components, and they can spend a little bit more on each one. Whereas the stuff that the U.S. military puts in theirs, and they put good stuff in theirs, but I mean, it's not going to be like what you'd get in a British ration or a German ration or a lot of these countries. Their rations are better than our rations, the components that they put in them, but they don't have near as many of them. They don't have near as many soldiers. And then a lot of the ones that you get, I mean, you're getting this stuff that they didn't use, or that somebody managed to buy them after like 3 years, and then they, or 2 years, they're getting ready to inspection date, and somebody sells them, or one of these, you can buy them. But like you get a 24-hour British ration. My God, the stuff that they put in that. And I'm not going to try to get any of that stuff right now because anything that's got meat in it, you're liable to get the thing opened up and half your stuff's taken from you. The inspectors. the inspectors, the food and drug and administration, whatever. They will go and sometimes they open stuff up and they take stuff out, and you don't want it after they basically done what they've done. And and you're paying a premium dollar because you're importing it. You know. You know, $50, $60, $75, $100. For some of this stuff, and then you have to risk them basically screwing on it. But it's a joke and it's a scam to me. I got to the point where you see somebody wearing a mask. They're wearing a mask. It's not even like an N95 or anything. Not even a filtered mask. It's just a mask. And what's going on? Man, I don't want to get my immunity and all this. Tell me, can you smell through that mask? You pass the restroom and you smell through that mask. Do you think that's blocking anything? Oh, and where are your goggles at? What do you mean? Well, you can get a virus through the eye, going to enter the eye. So you gotta be wearing a filtered mask. You gotta have goggles sealed up so to protect yourself. And then they look at you like, I'm seriously. They don't know. Hello, Nicole. How's it going? And Gary Smith. Hello, Gary. I'm going to have to, when I get off here, look at my, and play with it to see what I did, that I messed up my settings, so now I'm not able to give a standard moderator. I try to give standard moderator, and it won't let me do it. And I don't know what in the hell I did. What I did. But I'm going to have to play with it. Miss Anne Marie Angel. Welcome, Anne Marie. Thank you for coming. Enrique Trevino. Welcome, Enrique. So I'm going to have to play with it when I get off. And then I'm probably going to do like a short live stream where I basically play with it, trying to figure out what I need to do to be able to give a standard moderator. Because I did something other. Has anyone heard from Bus Stop? No, I have not. His phone is not working. The number that he had, his channel is still there, but there's been no activity on it for several months. There's been no activity on it for several months. Hello, Rocket. Welcome. Let me tell you, when you start talking about you can manually add mods, David, in community on your YouTube studio settings. I'm going to try to do that. Do I have to do that on a computer, or can I do my phone? Because there are things you can do with a computer you can't do on your phone. I will look at that. I will certainly look at that. I'll see what I can do. Worst comes to worst, I'm going to have to get a friend to help me. Friend or my kid. Okay, well, hopefully I can. Because right now, when I try to go and add standard moderator, it's not letting me do it. So somehow I blocked it. What's today's topic? This is a hodgepodge. I've been talking about MREs. I've been talking about humanitarian daily rations. I've been talking about different countries, what the components that they use. I did a mail call. I got a wireless optical mouse. You plug this little doodad into your port, turn it on, runs on 2 AA batteries. And that one I paid $5.50 some odd cents, tax title license delivered from Amazon. But we've been talking about the rain. It's been raining so much. Yard work. I picked up about 5 new subs today, which to me is like a massive number. Yeah, doodads. It's a doodad. I will certainly try to do that. I've been going to channels that I subscribe to, and I've been trying to leave comments, likes, where I let you know what like number it is on 3 shorts. I've been watching videos, leaving comments and likes, and then I hit that little icon that they've added to the screen towards the end of the video, and it puts a little timestamp as to how much of the video I watched. And I've been trying to watch the full video, watch the full video. And I button at the end, and so that you got, when you get the comment back, so hey, he watched the whole thing. And depending on what you did, I may have made a comment something other about what you did that you know I watched the whole thing. Yeah, whatchamacallits. Doohickeys. Yep. Thingamajig. Good terms. Good terms, lady. Thank you so much. And I tell you what, I've been watching shorts. The political shorts they've been putting out bites. You know, both sides. I mean, they've been putting out shorts about Trump. They've been putting out shorts about Kamala Harris. They're still putting out the Biden shorts, and they're doing some computer generated stuff. You know, like they had Biden going down this plane, and then he trips and he falls, and all of a sudden it's got dust. It's like they got the motor, the beast, or whatever they call the car, and you could see dust and dirt fly up from where he supposedly hit the ground. Funny stuff. You know. And then the crazy quote, and I guess she actually said it at some point in the speech sometime. She said something about falling out of a coconut tree. It sounds just stupid. You know, it's just stupid, and they keep running that to different things. Something about, do you think I just fell out, or do you think you just fell out of a coconut tree or whatever? And just people say dumb stuff, and you know, and they, you know, they can get dumb stuff that people just about anybody will say something dumb, especially if they're in politics or that they're regularly, you know, before the media. They'll say something other that can come at them years later. You know, I thought that was funny. I watch a lot of videos, but it hurts my eyes to type. But I still try. Well, you need to take it easy. You need to take it easy. I keep promising I'm going to give him a call or I'm going to text him. I hadn't done it. I'm bad. I'm really bad. I'm really bad. Did you see the Kamala parody campaign ad that Musk posted? It's hilarious. There's a lot of ones with Musk. Now, I know some of them are real, and then I know some of them are fake based on what's being said. You know. Because, you know, right after Musk bought Twitter, he let a lot of people go. And they had severance. I mean, had a severance package, and they got paid. They put out a lot of money to let those people go. And they let go a lot of people who had, like, they'd been with the State Department. They had been with the Justice Department. They had been with the FBI. And I guess they had retired after 20 years or whatever. You know, they retired 20, 30 years, whatever. And then they went to work for Twitter. And now they're consultants. And basically, they're just basically political consultants working to try to help the Democratic Party. Twitter was owned previously. Previous owner. So he came in, and he led about 80%. He led over 90%. It's up to 90%. He he cleaned house. And then he's famously, Gina Youngkin, welcome Gina. Jules of Gina and Ed's Dance Review, my friend principal. If you are not subscribed to Gina, you need to subscribe Gina. But he's quoted as saying, I fired all the woke liberals. And he did. He went in there and he cleaned house. All these political, they weren't needed. They weren't really benefiting. They weren't making the company money. They were on the money of the company that brought in. So then you get a lot of the left-wing companies, the boards and the CTO, you know, the chief operating officers of these companies. They canceled. You know, they had advertising on Twitter. Well, a lot of them canceled their advertising. You know. So they weren't bringing in the amount of money that they were bringing in. So the value of the stock went down. The value of the company went down. And now he can write this off. So if you have a corporation, you can write off and devalue over a period of years. So you think he really got hurt? No, he didn't get hurt. And he did a good thing. Thank you for coming in, Wayne. Appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to Becoming Dangerous, you need to subscribe. Good channel. And that's Wayne's backup channel. His main channel is called The Ungrateful Peasant. But Gina is a good, she does a lot of dance videos, dance exercise. The lady's got moves. She does. And she's a very energetic, bright lady. She's getting for a new school year. I'm getting ready for a new school year. I go back on August the 6th. I had 3 days of training, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I had training, which was like extra, and then you get paid for it. So 21 hours, and I think they're paying $25 an hour, so it's like over $500. And then they take out for everything, and it's probably around 400. But that's $400 had. Met a lot of the new staff because I've been doing the training with our new staff. And there's a lot of new staff, a lot of turnovers. Well, I mean, that's what I say from the heart. You know, I've watched a lot of her videos where she's doing trainings and she's doing presentations and such at her school. And I know she's working on her doctorate. She's working on her doctorate degree. So pretty soon we'll be calling her Dr. Gina. Miss Anne Marie puts on a really good live stream, and her friend Gary Smith helps her. They were doing. Oh, my wife and her sisters like to get together and like to bingo. They were doing bingo, and then they have prizes. They're over in England, the UK. And I was surprised. Well, UK is a big place. One of my friends, Julie Ann West, over in Wales, a few miles from the capital, which is Cardiff, one of my ancestral homelands. You know, from back in the way back in the day. You know, ancestors came over. Yeah, beautiful country, really beautiful country. The UK in general is a beautiful country. So, 14 in the house, 28 likes. I will try. I'll start working on it when I get off of here. I'm going to start working on Black Widow's box, put it together. I've got all the components I just need to put together. And first thing I need to do is I need to tape the box up, and then I need to put an address on it, and I'll start loading it up. After I get the Black Widows done, Devil Dog probably be the next one. And then I'm thinking probably my friend Mr. Whistle might be after that one. But I'm changing up a little bit what I'm putting in boxes. And I might wind up doing a round 2. Linda Powers, hello, Linda Powers. Welcome. Another newer friend. Good supporter. I will tell you, I had a lady from Canada across the up north was one of my subscriber winners. She might have been 700 or 800. Starting with when I hit 500, I started doing 100 subscriber giveaways, 100. And I did my standard box for her, and shipping it to her was 4 times as much as it would in the 48 continental, the US. 4 times as much to ship her that box. I paid 60 some odd dollars to ship her that box, and it'd normally be around 15 bucks. So I can just imagine what it would be to ship one over to England or ship one to the Philippines. Might have to take out a note on the house. You know, it's like, God almighty. Yeah, it is very expensive. And, you know, and when you start thinking about where it's, you know, where it's going, it basically went right across the border into Quebec. You know, like you got a U.S. city right here, and you got right across the bridge, Canadian city. And she lived in that Canadian city. And yeah, it's about 4 times as much. And that's been probably a couple of years, going on a couple of years. So I'm sure it's gone up since then. Just outrageous what you pay for stuff like that. It really is. So, I order a lot of stuff on Amazon, and I have it shipped to me. A lot of stuff. Preparedness stuff. Like these go for about $2 a piece. These little rain ponchos, about a piece. I get them like packs of 5. It's about $10 for, right at $10 for 5 of them. I just got a pack of these. These go for a little over $1 a piece. 10 pack is like $11. I just ordered a 10 pack. These are these little emergency blankets. And I need to what? You can send it to their email and they put it on their account. Oh, like Amazon? Or email them like a money transfer or whatever? I don't know. Remember, I'm really old school. I make the old school people look new school. Well, Uncle Al's always saying that I reminisce too much. But my story is sort of interesting because my parents were married for like 21 years before they had me. And I don't come from a big family. I'm an only child. The thing was, they were both smokers. And then a couple of years before I was born, they both stopped smoking. My grandfather, my mother's father, died of emphysema. He was in his 70s. He was a smoker, lifelong smoker. And that was back in the 50s. And they really were just starting to learn about how bad smoking was for you, about the health hazards of smoking, like heart disease, cancer, and all that. So he convinced them to stop smoking. And when they stopped smoking, it affected their fertility. So they were able to have a child. So they had a miscarriage. My mom had a miscarriage. And then she had me. Born in 62. My mother was 40. My father was 50. And they'd been married for 20 years. My mother was 19. And my father was 29 when they got married. My father fought in World War III. Oh, that's what they're talking about now. World War III. God, knock on wood. Don't do that. But they're talking about, back in the days, he served, and my uncle, and they came with stories. They each served 3 years. They were drafted, and they served from 43 to 46. They both came back sergeants. Neither one of them had a college education. Both just went through high school. And my father was offered a field commission if he would agree to stay in after Germany surrendered and go over to the Pacific. And he said, hell no. And then when he found out about the atomic bomb, he said he wished he had said yes, because there are a lot of benefits from that. But, I just have stories, from that. So all of cousins, my eldest cousin on my mother's family turned 90 years old. Now I'm 62. I just turned 62. My eldest cousin, because my mother was one of the younger kids. Well, she was a middle kid, and a 5. And her eldest sister, my cousin Margie, Margaret Helen. Yeah, I could think about Amazon gift card. Yeah, could do that. My cousin Margie, 90 years old. Now, the cousin that I'm closest to, my cousin Barbara Ann, she's 82, 20 years older than me, and she used to babysit me when she was in school, college. She would babysit me, and she'd take care of me for my kids. She's 20 years old. She used to change my diapers and everything when I was a kid. when I was a baby. But like, you know, I just recently lost my uncle, who was my father's baby brother. There were 17 years difference between my father, who was the oldest, and my uncle Howard, who was the youngest. There were 9 kids, 17 years. And Uncle Howard died a few months shy of 94. He fell, hurt himself. And what often happens, 2 of my mother's sisters died just shy of 90. Both of them fell and hurt themselves. They went pretty fast after that. You know. But most all these people, they're all way older than me. And on my other side of the family, I'm pretty sure, you know, there's some older than that. When I say I got a cousin that's 90, probably older than that, because if my father were alive right now, he'd be 112 years old. He'd been about 112. So we easily have some cousins who are just, if they're still alive, that portion of the family, the only person in my father's family that I really have connection with right now is my cousin Rhonda, who's like a year and a half younger than me. She's Uncle Howard's daughter. And she's got 2 younger brothers, so I don't. But her daughter just turned 31. I sent her a gift card. Hopefully there's a Starbucks around where she's at, because I sent her a Starbucks card with the birthday card. And you know, it is what it is. I'll tell you what, when I was a boy, they had like a reunion, like a family type reunion. This is a long time ago. Back in the 60s, I was a little kid. I'd never seen so many people, all relatives, together. Must have been 150, 200 people at that thing they had. They had a thing for my grandmother, may she rest in peace. She lived to be past 80, my father's mother. And they had a get-together. I went to a get-together once, and one of my cousins, it was the first cousin who's like 20 years older than me. He was in his 60s at the time. I was about 40. So this is 20 some odd years ago. And one Sunday a month, they get together for a big family get together. And so happened I was there for that Sunday, my cousin and I. And all these were cousins. It was my first cousin, a bunch of second cousins, third cousins. They had his kids, their kids, you know. I mean, shit, great kids, all the babies. You know, it's like my wife is like the family genealogist, and she gave me a bunch of stuff on genealogy and family going back hundreds and hundreds of years. You know, back to way back. Anyway, so I need to figure out what's going on with the. I need to figure out what's going on so I can get straightened out. I'm always screwing something up when it comes to technology. I'm always having to ask for help. And I hadn't mentioned tea from lunch, which was actually breakfast, because I didn't eat breakfast this morning. I had coffee. So lunch was breakfast, but it was at lunchtime. And this is tea I had with it. And it's still cool, and it tastes really good. It's from the restaurant where I went to get our plates. So, you know, somebody had suggested I need food, basically talk about coffee talk about food, and it said the algorithm would like me better. I'm not really worried about the algorithm. I haven't applied for monetization. I qualify for it, or I meet the requirements of the 4,000 hours, the 1 subscribers. I just hadn't applied. I guess I will, or I'll get somebody to help me do it. And I was on Social Blade, and it's pathetic what what my channel brings in as far as ad revenue. It's pathetic. I could get monetized, and it'd probably take 6 months for me to get my first $100 check. That's how bad it is. It's probably bringing in about $20 a month. But it is what it is. I oftentimes say life is good. It is good, but it is what it is. I encourage people to be cognizant of what's going on. Like, watch the weather. There's some weather developing out in the Atlantic. Maybe the next storm to come into the islands. It'll hit the islands first, and then it'll come into the Gulf. A couple of things out there they're watching. Those poor people in Houston. There are some people, and I don't know. They're poor people. There's some neighbors up there where they're really making it hard on the people trying to do the repair work, where they don't even want to go in there because they're being threatened with knives and AK-47s and just, it's like thugs. It's like really bad neighborhoods, and they've got to send law enforcement in to try to protect them. That's how bad it is. And the governor was there with some people, and they were raising hell about why did it take you so long? Why is it taking you so long? I can't blame them if that's what's happening. Just absolutely outrageous, just absolutely crazy, outrageous and crazy. So, cash apps, memberships, and super chats. Yeah, I guess. I don't want anybody sending me money. Oh, you got a super chat. I made a donation or whatever. I don't need it. I'll give it to somebody like me. I give it. Poor people. I try to bless people. Like if I go to the store, or if I go to a restaurant or someplace, and I buy my food with my card, which I usually do, my tip will be in cash. I'll give it to the person because I don't know. Sometimes they make them split it up and share it, and I feel sorry for and I'll give the lady in cash. And that way, hopefully, that person gets it. But there are people who are hurting, and I try to bless people that I know that are hurting. I used to give to charities, and I used to give to the church and such. Now I give to people. I give to family members, and I give to people. Not my family. My family's fairly affluent, but to my wife's family, her sisters and such. And I feel like the Lord will bless you for it. And don't make a big deal when you do it, because the Lord's watching, and He said you're not going to get blessed if you're making a big deal about it. So please leave a like to support the channel. And let me say this, I will be doing a 1,700 subscriber giveaway. If you want to qualify for my 1,700 subscriber giveaway, you need to leave a like, a supportive comment in each of the 5 videos, the most recent videos I will have done when I hit 1,700. I will look at that last video and I'll write down all the names of people who left comments, and then I'll go back 4 videos and I'll start checking off. And if you missed them, cross out the name. And there were only 9 people that qualified in my last for my last giveaway. 9 people. And mom of 4 boys, Rachel, was the one that qualified. And I don't think she was in here this evening. I don't recall seeing her. She was in here this evening. So, it's supposed to rain again tomorrow here. The rain's killing me because it keeps making the grass grow and I'm not getting the grass mowed. It's just getting higher and higher. It's not supposed to rain tomorrow. I mean Monday. Monday and Tuesday is supposed to be dry. So I'm going to try Monday to get my yard guy over. And I told him, I said, you're going to earn your pay, boy. He'll come over and help. I still got some tree to trim. But that's, when you got a large yard, and I have almost an acre, it's a lot. Was it Belinda or somebody? Oh, I'm going to mow 2 acres. That's like God Almighty. Well, I mean, it's not that bad if it's just yard, but you got to go along fences, you got to go around trees, you got to go around flower beds, you got to go everything. Got to cut in. And then my wife's got all this foliage out there out in the middle of the yard, and such. And I got buildings I got to go around. We got everything sprayed, killed all the stuff around the perimeters, all the perimeter stuff, all around the concrete and everything, got all that sprayed. It's going to be a nightmare, but it is what it is. We'll do the best we can. I laugh about it. You gotta have a good sense of humor. I laugh about everything. I laugh about myself. I'm silly. For me being an educated person, I mean, I'm pretty dumb when it comes to certain things, I tell people, the other day I was in my training and got these people working on their master's degrees. I said, yeah, well, that's really great, and I hope you get it, and all, it's very expensive these days. It's a lot cheaper when I did it. I said, I have 2 master's degrees, and I got both of them prior to the internet. The year I finished my second master's degree, 1995, is when the internet came out. So I'm pre-internet. I can do all sorts of stuff with microfiche and bound periodicals and all that sort of stuff, but we didn't have this other stuff. We didn't have that. Yeah, everything's a business. I understand. Apps and all this sort of crap. So, when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. Say the Lord's Prayer. Life is good, but it is what it is. Drink your coffee. Contemplate what's going on. Be cognizant of what's going on. And treat people the way you want to be treated. Tell your loved ones you love them. You don't know how much longer you're going to be with them. And hopefully we'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Thank you, and God bless. Appreciate y'all being here. Bye.